Hey guys, welcome to Freedom in a Budget. This is a totally different type of video than I usually do. This is going to be my Dumping Dirt Friday Get Ready With Me video. So I've been asked many times to do a Get Ready With Me video to show my makeup and all of that. I'm not a beauty person whatsoever, but I do have some staples, and so I do a very basic makeup. And so I thought, you know what? We'll answer some questions. We'll do it together. So I'm going to get ready. I just got the shower, blew dry my hair. It's hot in here. I'm sweating, but I have some water to keep me cool. So with my blow drying, I used a couple products. I used the Frizzies, the 3 Day Straight. This makes it so that tomorrow I can just dry shampoo and then just touch up the straightening and it pretty much stays. And it's really great. I use this blow dry quick primer, which it says it cuts dry time and it's heat protecting. It's so fast when it blow dries my hair. My hair blow dries pretty fast regularly, but this definitely speeds it up a lot and it's awesome. And then I actually haven't tried this yet. I got this for Christmas and I'm going to try it after. I still have to touch up my hair, and then this you're supposed to do afterwards. So I'm really excited. It's the OGX, the Brazilian Keratin Treatment, flat iron, sorry. And it says, dry hair completely, mist evenly section by section throughout and smooth the hair with a straightening iron. Okay, already done that. Finish and hold your style, my misting all over. Warning, avoid contact with eyes. So we'll see how it is. Then I used my blow drying brush. I will link this down below as well. So those 4 items will all be linked for you. I got them all on Amazon. All right, so super basic makeup. I have my mirror here. First question is from Chris, and he says, "Hi Kelly, are your templates compatible with Numbers application on the Mac?" Yes, and this is just a CoverGirl Perfect Point eyeliner. So yes, my Excel budget templates are all compatible with Numbers for Mac, with Google Sheets, all of that. Super compatible. And I've had actually a couple people message me on Etsy that have gotten my spreadsheet, and I just send them the Google Sheets. There's like a step-by-step thing that I just Googled, and they said it's super perfect, super helpful. It just walked them right through, and they were able to do it no problem at all. So I'm just putting this on my waterline, and I'm sorry for any guys that watch my Dumping Dirt Friday videos that you have to watch this. Next is my my moisturizer. This is just the Equate. I have the Olay one as well, the all-day moisturizer with the SPF 15. Next question is from Cheryl Bindensing. It says, when you spend under which you do in several categories, where does that money go? Say it's pocket money. Do you just keep it and add it to the next month? If so, how do you show a zero for all the categories each month? This is a really great question, and a lot of different people have different philosophies on this. And I personally think that one of the reasons why Jamie and I have been able to meet so many of our goals with budgeting is because we don't roll over money. We don't just leave it in that category. We always put it towards whatever goal we're working on. So when we're cash flowing the car, we put it towards the car fund. Now that we're doing the down payment, then it goes towards the down payment. So if I have, $30 left over in personal spending or eating out, then it gets rolled into, it doesn't get rolled into it. It goes into it goes into the sinking fund for that budget. Does not get rolled over. Some people, they will roll it over, and then that way next month they have extra. I don't believe in that. All right, next is just a simple NYX primer, HD. I'll have all this linked down below for you guys. Next one is from Julesia Does Stuff, and she says, I don't know if you discussed it, but how does not having debt affect your credit? I found that when I pay off my credit card, my credit score drops. Obviously not you're buying things with credit, but you run to get a mortgage loan. Do they do a credit check? I'm pointing out the obvious I know, but does it eventually balance out? Genuinely curious. That is a really great question. And honestly, yes, your credit score does drop. My credit score dropped a ton as soon as I paid off all my student loans and became debt free. But because a credit score is essentially a debt score. If you guys don't know that, it's 100% a debt score. How much debt you have, how long you've had that debt, what type of debt it is, and how your payments are on that debt. That's what a credit score is. Like, point blank, that's what it is. It's a debt score. And I'm not about that life, guys. I really am not. And so, sorry, I'm just trying to find my eyeshadow. This is just an Almay eyeshadow. I love this thing. And these are my new brushes that I got for Christmas. And I don't know how to use them yet. So don't judge me, because I'm sure I'm going to use the wrong brush here. And I am just going to use this one, because this looks fluffy, right? I don't know yet, guys. I'm still so new to these brushes. I think I'm going to use actually this one. So credit score is just debt score. Now, ultimately, your goal should be that you pay off your debt and then you don't need debt anymore. So like for us, we cash flowed our car. So when you get a car, you know, when you're financing a car, what do? They run your credit. They didn't have to do that with us because they didn't get my social security number. They didn't get any of that because I just wrote a check for my car and we paid cash for it. So paid cash is not financing. We didn't pay, like walk in with a suitcase of cash, but we paid, we just wrote a check for it and paid it in full. And then shortly after we paid off our debt, I came here to this apartment to rent it, and I was nervous about what they would say for that. But I was at the point where, and I actually warned the landlord, the property manager. I said that, you know, I just paid off all my debt. My credit score is not good because I don't have debt. I don't believe in debt. But if you need me to show bank statements, I will show bank statements showing, you know, what we have in the bank and that we are clearly able to pay our debt or our mortgage, or not a mortgage, our rent. And, you know, she said, okay, like, I don't know what is going to happen when we run your credit or not, and what they're going to say, if they approve you or not. But when it gets to that, we'll get to that. And they ran it, and they said they didn't have any problems with it. And our credit at that time wasn't very high at all. Or yeah, it was so low. So it's honestly, you know, it's not that big of a deal, especially if you know, go to them and say, look, we don't believe in debt. Like, we don't have debt, and, you know, we don't plan on having debt, and, you know, we're debt free, and that's the lifestyle that we live. Then most places are very impressed with that, and they'll work with you. Now, I haven't talked about it too much on the channel, but we do now have credit cards just that we don't keep a balance on, just to build up the rewards points. And I know that there's a lot of controversy with credit cards, and, you know, Dave Ramsey's very against credit cards, which my thought process on that is, you know, you have to understand that Dave Ramsey is talking to the masses. He's talking to, you know, everyone in America. Like, he has to write this plan so that if anyone were to come into it, then they could follow it. And so you have to go into with the mentality of they're going to struggle with credit card. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. And so we, you know, we understand that, and we're very careful with credit cards. And, you know, do I advocate people of getting credit cards if they're not able to handle them? Then no, I really don't. And I don't think that they should be using them. Now, if you're able to use them responsibly, you have understood the cash envelope system, you've tried it, you understand how your brain works. Some people spend less when they're paying with cash, and people spend less when they're tracking it with, you know, their card. We're fine either way. We do love the cash envelope system, but we're very safe with credit cards, so it is okay. So that's my philosophy. And, you know, we are building a little bit of a credit score for when we do have a mortgage, just because it's going to save money on that. We're not able to pay cash for a mortgage. We are going to put 20% down, but we are going to have to, you know, have an interest rate. And so with that, we want the best credit that we can. Our credit is not going to be like spectacular because we don't have a lot of credit and a lot of debt. We just have, you know, just a couple credit cards. So that's that. That's all I'm going to say on that. Next question is from Cheryl, and she says, are you paying for the phone upfront or by buying per month? How do you do Apple Care instead of Sprint Care? Apple Care cheaper? I've never heard of that. So this was when we bought our new iPhones. And what we did with our iPhones is we just paid them in full. We didn't finance them or anything like that. And we just paid them in full. I personally like Apple Care better than Sprint. And you do have to pay for, I believe you have to pay for Sprint Care up front. We prefer it. Apple Care is just a lot, I don't know, I find that it's a lot better than Sprint. Sprint, we've had problems with Jamie's phone when he's cracked it, and they wanted him to send in his phone for like a week, and we were like, that's not going to happen. That he can't do that. You know, he needs it for work, he needs it for whatever, and they're like, well, just use an old phone. And we don't have any old phones because we always sell our old phones. And so that's one way that we are able to get our new phones is we sell our old ones. And we sold our iPhone 7s for $220 each that we got back, which was awesome. So Sprint Care is just, I don't know, we don't like it as much. Some people swear by it, but we're just not that big of fans of it. So we definitely prefer Apple Care. Next question is from Jeanette Collins. Oh, this was Color Mates liquid eyeliner. I think this may actually be from the Dollar Tree, but I love it. And then this is L'Oreal mascara. Jeanette Collins says, what is the purpose of percent columns on these monthly spreadsheets? I understand why the yearly percentage is recommended by Dave Ramsey. I just don't understand how these monthly percentages are useful. Can you explain? So the budget percentages, it's just because I'm a numbers nerd and I like to see, our budget percentages. I like to see how much we're spending and, what percentage of our budget is grocery, what percentage of our budget is our rent, how much of it is our utilities, how much is eating out. And it's just very impersonal just because, I don't know, I like seeing that and I like knowing, different things, especially like with our tithe and, make sure that we're aligned that way. Because there's a lot of months where, there's so many months where we'll make double what we made the previous month just because of Jamie's overtime and different things like that. And so I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page with tithing and all of that fun stuff. All right, next question is from Denise. How did you end up getting the food prep side hustle? And if you don't mind, could you let us know how much you charge to do that? I would love to start doing something like that. That's really cool. So I'm doing this. I have this Pro Fusion Contour palette that is new, and I'm not good at it, but I'm trying. So we're going to try this. And so my side... This is actually a kind of funny story. My coworker, I'm helping him with his budget and helping him to, pay off some credit cards and his student loans and just try to, get his money in order. And he's also trying to eat healthy. And he's a single guy and he ate out a lot. And so I kind of called him out on it, right? What did I say? I think I said something like, he saw my meal prep, so I was like, I will just make more of what I make and I'll charge you for it. And I was kind of joking, kind of serious, and he was like, okay. And he took me up. I was like, oh, okay. So what I do for him is I just do my meal prep. I send him like what I plan on making for the week and do my meal prep. And I send him like options. Like I'll be like, okay, I'm craving this, this, and this. Does any of these sound good to you? And sometimes he'll be like, oh yeah, that sounds awesome. I love that, or I don't, or I don't eat that. And so then I'll like kind of like work around him. And sometimes it'll be like, okay, like I'll make you this, but I'm making this for me. And like, oh, okay, like Jamie likes that, so that'll work. I'll make this for you and Jamie, and then this one for me. So sometimes I do make separate meals, and you guys see in my meal prep videos that sometimes I will make like half something his way and then half for me, for Weight Watchers. And then I charge him, typically what I do is I'll go through my receipt and I'll add up how much his stuff cost, and then I'll just up it a couple dollars. So I'll look and, you know, say his comes to like $9.95, then I'll charge him like $13. So it seems to work out well, and he seems to like it. I like it. It's great. You know, it's a great extra side hustle, which it's funny because a lot of people will get on me in the comments about how much Jamie eats out, and they're like, you don't count your grocery budget correctly. You say it's only $200, but it's really so much more because of Jamie's eating out. And I'm like, I can cook for so much cheaper than the eating out, and it's not a problem with his being in there. And I'm also paying for my coworkers' groceries as well for 3 days a week. So when you think of it that way, then it's definitely a lot. And I'm definitely well within my $200. All right, we're gonna do one more question, my eyebrows and some money wins. This is just the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer in like, I don't know, something super light, like blonde, I think. And I'm bad at eyebrows. I need to get better at my eyebrows. It is a struggle. So the question is from Melody V, and she says, considering you want to be a stay-at-home mom, do you worry that you will be hard to live on just Jamie's income with the higher personal spending and miscellaneous categories? I know you hope to grow your platform or more, but it seems high to me. Great question. So Jamie and I actually just talked about this. We went out to eat on New Year's Eve, and we just went to Cheesecake Factory because we had some gift cards, and that's how we celebrated the new year. And we talked a lot about our goals, and it was just like, we didn't mean it like as a cliche, like the year is ending, so let's talk about our goals, but it just kind of worked out that way. And so we really want to kind of keep the same income level that we have now. So whether that means like we're making a certain amount now and we want to keep that level. So whether that's increasing his income or increasing my side hustle, we just want to make sure that we're staying at that level. Jamie has very, very high potential for raises and lots of overtime and everything. So his income is very easy to increase, which is great. And my income is as well. So we are going to be saving a lot and doing that, but it is great that we're able to save that. And this past year, we saved all of my income. We lived completely off of his, and then all of my income went to sinking funds. So we are physically able to live off of one income, but it can be a challenge. So I hope that answers your question. But I think that, when we are at that point, Jamie is going to cut his lifestyle a little bit. He is going to cut his eating out. I am going to be able to cook more from scratch. I cook a lot from scratch now, but not everything. And, so when I'm staying at home, I am able to, cook at scratch more, meal prep even more than I already am. Different things like that will help save money from, convenience shopping and stuff. So I'm excited for it, guys. And, it is still a year or two down the road. So we do have some time. And if we get to the point where, we've had a baby, we're still not ready financially, I will go back to work. It's not like an end all be all. That is our dream. That is our plan. That is our goal. But, if we're not financially stable there, we're not going to risk that. We're not going to put ourselves in the hole because Kelly wants to be a stay-at-home mom. We're going to figure it out. I'll work part-time, I'll work full-time, depending on what it is that we do. So hope that answers your question, and I hope that, it's something that you guys are relatable and that you're, rooting for us, and it's exciting but scary at the same time. It's a big step. So we're going to finish off with my e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set. I love this stuff. And and you just spray it, and then it really helps just to mat everything and make sure that it sticks. So guys, this is my just everyday makeup. If I do wear makeup, I don't wear makeup every day, but my like normal like filming makeup or in the weekends, typically for work, I just kind of roll out of bed and don't do makeup. So I hope this was a fun Dumping That Friday. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like more of these. I think they're fun. I know I have some guys that watch, so I really hope this wasn't too weird for you. But yeah. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Oh, leave your questions down below in the comments for future Dumping That Friday questions. All right, guys, bye.